30 days of daily videos. Here we come. It's not only going to be vlogs, but I will also do live streams. I will do some talking videos, hacks to certain pieces of equipment. That's actually what we're going to do right now. But yes, 30 days of daily videos. It's going to be fun. Okay, so as you know, I'm into skateboarding and stuff, and one of the things that happens is that noise behind that you hear in the background, that's some thunder. It was like a crazy storm. Whoa, crazy storm on its way. It's like the structure's rumbling. But if you skateboard, you know that your front foot your shoe tends to get a hole in it from doing ollies, because when you ollie, you're sliding your shoe along your skateboard, and that's how you lift your board into the air. But the other day at the skate park, I saw a fellow skateboarder do this modification to his shoe, and he said that it makes your shoes last longer. So I figured I'll try it out. And basically what you do is you are putting hot glue on your shoe where it slides along the skateboard, and that just gives more material so that your shoes last longer. And you know all about pieces of equipment and things lasting longer, because I don't want to have to buy new skate shoes every month or so just from skateboarding. And also, skate shoes are pretty much my only shoes. If I'm not barefoot, I am wearing skate shoes, because I use skate shoes for if I'm traveling, skateboarding, biking, skate shoes. It's nice having one pair of shoes that does it all. Very simple. Okay, so let's try this modification. Let's see how it works. So of course, be careful if you try this yourself, but you just take your lighter, candle, light the candle. What I saw him doing is he just started melting the end of a glue stick until it starts to melt. Try to not let it drip down onto the candle, because then it'll put it out. He just started melting the end of the glue stick. Make sure it's not on fire. And then I just saw him rubbing it along the edge of his shoe, like that. So you just repeat that process a bunch of times until you have like a nice layer of hot glue along the side of your shoe. Now, it's not going to make your shoes look prettier, but if it makes them last longer, I am totally keen on that. And there we go. So I've basically just added a layer of rubber to my shoes, so hopefully these will last longer. And when I saw the other skateboarder at the skate park doing this to his shoes, I asked him, I was like, oh, what are you doing? Like, what is that? And he's like, oh yeah, it's just hot glue, and you just add a layer to your shoes, and they're supposed to last longer skateboarding. And I don't even do that many, I can't do a kickflip yet and stuff. I've been working on my ollies, trying to ollie higher, that way I can ollie over stuff and then progress. But yep, my shoes have already started to grind away. But what's interesting is, from all the videos that I've seen on YouTube about skateboarding hacks and modifications and whatnot, I'd never heard anybody mention to put hot glue on your shoes to make them last longer. And also, you know, I've never found these exact shoes in Costa Rica. I got these in the States, so I want them to last as long as possible. Pretty cool. I think we're gonna try to go up this little tree right here, make it up there. Might be a little bit quieter than down here. I'm doing this with one hand because the other arm is holding the camera. Whoa. Try to not fall. Whew. Okie dokie. We made it up here. The more I learn about cameras, the more I want to have the best quality. So use an external microphone, have the right lens on, full manual. Right now I have all the settings, the ISO, the shutter speed, the aperture, all in manual to get the best quality. But it takes more time and it's more cumbersome when I'm out vlogging. So, you know, there are certain times where using this type of setup is good, because right now I'm trying to get the message across and I want you to be able to hear what I'm saying. But there's times when I'm out spontaneously vlogging and it may not make sense to be in full manual and use an external microphone, because this setup is going to stand out a bit more out in public, but also it takes more thought for each shot. I have to put more thought into each shot, getting the settings right, looking at the screen, adjusting the audio levels and stuff, and it can be easy to be like, I just got to use the best quality camera all the time because got to get the best quality. But the thing is if I'm always worried about the camera settings, and then I'm not thinking as much about like the shot. And if I'm like have this big setup and I'm like, this looks like a fun tree to climb, but then maybe I'm like, but it's kind of a pain with this big camera, and you know, then I may not climb that tree. Whereas if I was using a smaller camera, I may be like, I'm just going straight up the tree and I'm not even going to think about it. I'm going straight up the tree. I don't need to put any thought into that. Ooh. Balance, balance. Whoa. To wrap up this video, I want to tell you about this picture that I saw the other day. And I'll just tell you and you can picture it. It's fairly simple. But basically, it was this image of a building where it was the middle of the night, all the lights were out, but there was one window where the lights were still on. Of course, that was somebody awake working on something. And then there was text over top, and it said how 3 a.m. is the hour of poets, writers, painters, silent seekers, and creative people, and how we see your light on, we know who you are, keep on keeping on. And when I saw that, I was like, I can very much relate to that, and I'm like this, I totally understand this picture. And what's cool is when it says 3 a.m., that could either be 3 a.m., meaning maybe you stayed up from late into the night. Personally, I usually will stay up later, and sometimes almost to like 3 a.m. or something, maybe working on stuff, because at nighttime, it is just so much more silent. And you know, in the daytime, there's all types of just noises, like people going about. There's tends to be a lot more vehicles. It's like weed whackers and chainsaws and all types of stuff that is just distractions, distracting. And of course, sometimes you just have to work around it and try to not let it distract you too much, but it is a little distraction. As at nighttime, when most of everyone tends to be sleeping, it can be easier to focus on stuff and be more productive. So I just wanted to share that, and that is very cool. But okay, I kind of got sidetracked, but I was talking about how it could either be 3 a.m., meaning you stayed up late into the night, or maybe you go to sleep early and then you wake up early before everyone else wakes up to have like those few hours where everyone else is still sleeping, and then you're able to work on stuff, maybe work out or do whatever you do early in the morning before and get like a good jump start. That's it for this video. We have quite a few more days of daily videos. Remember to keep always doing awesome stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.